What's up, NFL fans? Hold on to your seats because the Super Bowl buildup isn't the only drama heating up. This week, the NFL Players Association, NFLPA, made some serious waves as their executive director. Lloyd Howell put the league on notice. No, we're not talking about touchdowns or game-winning plays. We're talking about an 18th game in the NFL season. Spoiler alert. The players are not having it. So, will we be seeing another regular season game soon? Or is this just another controversial idea that's about to get shot down? Stick around because this one's going to get interesting. The NFL's 18th game proposal, the latest drama. Okay, let's break it down for you. The NFL has been on this wild journey of expanding the season ever since they added the 17th game back in the 2020 Collective Bargaining Agreement, CBA. But now, the NFL's big boss, Commissioner Roger Goodell, has started to float the idea of adding yet another regular season game to the mix. That's right, folks, 18 games. Sounds great if you're looking for more football, right? But here's the kicker. The players are not feeling this idea. At all. Lloyd Howell, the NFLPA's big stand. So, what did the NFLPA have to say about it? Well, on Wednesday, during his annual State of the Union address, Lloyd Howell came out with a pretty strong statement. And when I say strong, I mean really strong. He straight up said, no one wants to play an 18th game. No one. Yeah, you read that right. No one. According to Howell, the idea of extending the season even further has zero support from the players. And they're already stretched thin with the 17-game grind. This is going to be a major point of contention between the league and the players. Mark my words. Roger Goodell's push for the 18th game. Now, Goodell is no stranger to pushing the envelope when it comes to expanding the season. His pitch for an 18th game isn't just about the thrill of more football. He's trying to sell it to the fans, saying that it could be great for the game, with less focus on preseason and a healthier NFL overall. Oh, and don't forget about the business side of things. The NFL's revenue goals are sitting pretty at $25 billion by 2027. Adding another regular season game? Oh, that's definitely a big boost to that. But Howell wasn't buying it. He pointed out that Goodell's so-called health and safety progress is still a bit of a stretch. Especially when you look at the data on injuries and the brutal travel schedule players have to endure. A 100-hour stretch of travel with back-to-back games? Yeah, that's not just tough, it's dangerous. The players' concerns, health, travel, and recovery. Here's where the NFLPA gets even more serious. If the league wants to add another game, Howell says they need to come with a serious offer of concessions, health and safety, rest periods, bye weeks, even off-season practices, the list goes on. And let's not forget the players' bodies. At the end of the day, these are human beings playing one of the most physically demanding sports on the planet. The idea of tacking on an extra game without more rest? Yeah, that doesn't sit well with the guys who are out there risking their bodies for our entertainment. The NFL's push for more revenue. Here's where things get a bit more complicated. The NFL is looking at a huge revenue goal, $25 billion annually by 2027, and adding an 18th game is a big part of the financial puzzle. The last time the NFL expanded the season, it was driven by this goal. We're talking about broadcast deals, international games, sponsorships, and gambling partnerships that are already fueling the cash flow. But as much as the league loves the idea of more money, the NFLPA's job is to ensure the players aren't being exploited in the process. So, if the NFL wants that 18th game, they're going to have to meet the players halfway on a lot of issues. And honestly, that could be a very hard sell. What's next? The push for 18 games and negotiations ahead. Now, the idea of an 18-game season isn't going away. As much as the players are pushing back, the league isn't backing down either. According to Howell, while the idea was just floated in a conversation with Goodell, it's not officially on the table yet. But with the 2020 CBA behind us, this conversation is far from over. If it happens, it's going to be in the next round of CBA negotiations. And if you think players are upset about 17 games, wait until the 18th game gets thrown in the mix. The NFLPA will be pushing for a ton of concessions, from increased health benefits to longer recovery periods, anything that can cushion the blow. The money factor, what's at stake? Speaking of money, Here's where things get real interesting. The NFLPA's stance isn't just about the physical toll on players. It's about fair compensation for the added grind. More games means more work for the players. And guess what? That means more pay. Howell said it straight up. If I'm asking my workforce to work more, it's not as simple as just falling back on the current revenue split. The union wants to ensure that if the players are going to risk more wear and tear on their bodies, they should get a better deal. And that's the big question going forward. What's the cost of adding this extra game? And who's going to pay the price? Conclusion. So, what do you think? Is the NFL pushing a little too hard for that 18th game? Or should players just suck it up for the love of the game and the big bucks? While Goodell might be playing the long game here, the players are certainly drawing a hard line. And as we approach the next round of CBA negotiations, things are definitely going to get interesting. One thing's for sure, no one is backing down. So drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you want an 18th game? Or should the NFL keep it to 17? Hit that like button and subscribe if you want more NFL drama. Because trust me, this saga is far from over. Until next time, keep it real, stay fired up, and don't mess with the players. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Be sure to catch us next time for all the latest NFL buzz, juicy drama, and more heated debates about the future of football. Will there be an 18th game? We'll be here with all the updates as they happen. Until then, stay safe, and remember, it's all about the game.